when you talk about wrestling or sport in general, overcoming adversity or fighting through times when it's just tough, you know, wrestling when you're on your back or you're down in a match and having to be able to turn it on, there's a physical part, but there's also almost a bigger mental part. And if you can kind of flip that switch or get up that hill mentally, it makes you such a rock solid person, you know, being able to gear up and drop the hammer on that. So
we've seen so many powerful success stories. Like we've seen students in the past where they've been faced with a challenge on the mat and then things didn't go that way. But then we worked through that problem. We worked that. And then they were able to find success later. It didn't come right away, but they were able to find that success. And we see that starting to translate after they leave high school. So we've kept in touch with a lot of our wrestlers, and they've faced adversity. They may have got cut from a program, they're not doing well in their academics. Some of we've been able to reintroduce them to a wrestling program, and that's got them back on track. And I think they've learned to be resilient. I think that's what's really unique about the wrestling sport is, you know, you learn to fight through things. And I don't think life always gives it to us easy. Sometimes you got to fight if you want to get your piece of it. And I think there's enough out there for everyone to get a little bit of their piece.
I think they push us as coaches more than we push them sometimes, right? We're all teachers as well, and sometimes you have those rough days and you come in and as soon as you step on the mat, whatever happened during that day is gone, right? These kids have come to work and you've got to be at their level, right? Some of my favorite moments are like when you're just sitting there and you're stretching in the circle and you're hearing the kids like talk and joke around. That's when you know, okay, it's game time, we're here to practice, right? So I think I get more out of it than they get out of us, right? They push us to that level to be better as coaches. And I think here we've got something special where we have the opportunity where we have 3 coaches that have 3 different approaches, and the kids like that, right? So that's what pushes me to keep coming back, see that growth over the entire year. We've seen it, I think Kirby mentioned it with our grade 9s, where we've got a lot of grade 9s coming up. We're going to be monsters come grade 12. So it's really exciting time to be part of the coaching staff, so I'm pretty grateful to be here.
My name's Cairine I've been wrestling here for, I've been going here for 4 years. I've been wrestling here for all 4. And this is the first year that I really made it to OFSA. And, you know, people ask me what keeps bringing you back, and it's just the people that you meet here. It's not especially about winning, but it's like the people, like the connections you make, there's nothing like it. Like you can make friends, but those people that you train with, you bleed with, you cry with, you see them win, you see them lose, you go through all that stuff. It's a different kind of connection.
My name is Mel Raymond. I've been wrestling for 4 years, and I come back every year because it's something I really, really enjoy, but also the coaches like Mr. Kirby, Mr. McDougall, Mr. S make it like so fun that you want to come back. And then we have such a great time at like tournaments, and whether you win or you lose, it's just like a really good experience, and it makes you feel like you could do anything. Whether you're losing on the mat, you're winning on the mat, and like hearing everybody like cheering for you, it just makes you feel like very like empowered and like you could do anything.
So my name's Kira. I've been wrestling for 3 years, and what brings me back to wrestling every year is the atmosphere, since even if you're on the mat alone, you have a team like standing behind you and cheering you on, even if it's your bad day or if it's a good day.
Most people, they make the mistake, they think snap down, just like here, on the arm, on the head, and they come down. The thing is, the neck has a lot of mobility, right? So what normally happens, it just comes up like that. I don't get a lot of movement out of it.
There's a couple of things I think that really help set wrestling apart from some of the other sports. All the sports in general, Cairine, are good, tough sports. We got great kids, so we have a deep talent pool of athletes to draw on. But it's been consistently year over year. Probably the last 4 years, we've had the biggest team in the school. If you look at boys hockey, boys rugby, what are the other big ones? Boys track and field, Nordic skiing. We still are the biggest physical, like by numbers, team in the school. And then the other thing, I think the kids get the passion from the coaches. It's there when you interview, you know, when you look at me and McDougall and Sven Bjornsson when we coach, the kids get it. I think the other thing is we just work hard at recruiting as well. So I'll go into girls' gym classes, girls' phys ed classes with the permission of the teacher, and I'll do 2 days with the girls in grade 9. They've never seen it, they don't know what it is. They have these preconceived notions of what wrestling is, but they've never really done it, so they're not really sure. And it's really neat. About half an hour in, it's all giggles and smiles, and everyone's rolling around and laughing. And just to have that kind of environment and atmosphere. And then at the end of that phys ed class, I just explained to the girls, that's what wrestling is. It's just having fun and giggling and being with friends and just enjoying the athleticness.
I think in this particular building, I think one of the biggest things that we have is there are a lot of team sports and it's celebrated, and there's a lot of individuals who get overlooked and they don't fit into the same mold. They don't have the skills to potentially be on a volleyball team or a basketball team, so they get cut away from that. But they're athletic. They just didn't have the opportunities potentially from their home situation or the community, and here they get on an even playing field and they can come in and compete in their own weight. So a little guy like myself can come in and compete and be very, very successful. So it's a shining moment for that individual that may have been cut loose a lot. It's something that resonates with me. I got cut from a team and then I found wrestling. So that's a really powerful piece for me. I think that's what separates it. There's a spot for everyone. Everyone can be a competitor.